Greetings, dear Cancer. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your general monthly forecast for May of 2023. So remember, in a general reading, anything is liable to show up, okay? So just remember to take the messages if they apply, and if they do not apply, please just let them fly and leave those messages for someone who may resonate with them, all right? So with that being said, dear Cancer, we are going to use the Light Series Tarot to pull your messages today. And we are going to use all the main messages and the clarifiers with the same deck. And then we're going to finish off your reading with one card from the Eternal Crystals Oracle, which will just be a way to close out your reading with some advice, right? Of a potential crystal that you can utilize during this month to kind of help you navigate during this energy. So at this time, let's just go ahead and set the intention that this reading is for the sign of Cancer. So if you do have Cancer in your sun, moon, or rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you are able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right, dear Cancers, let's go ahead and get into your reading. We are going to do a 4-card spread. Okay, with clarifiers, of course. So our first position is looking at the main theme. So what is the main theme for Cancer for May of 2024? Show me the main theme for Cancers. What is the main theme for Cancers? Okay, you've got the Devil. Just talks about something very toxico happening in your arena. You've got the Ace of Swords, which is a way of thinking. And you got the Nine of Swords. Okay. I feel that the dominant energy here was this Devil card. When we talk about the Devil, it talks about addictions, it talks about things that we are very grounded to, that we have very little control of, or that we feel very tethered to. That's really what I think about when I think about the Devil card, is a tethering of something that is frivolous and tangible, that is only of this world. So this looks like addictions, whether that could be drinking, smoking, gambling, sex addiction, something that just keeps you in like fleshy or earthly mode, that separates you from aligning with your higher self. So, but I think this has something to do in the way that you think. You could be stuck in a rut in your thoughts, okay? There's something toxic. The main theme is there's something that you're doing perhaps in the month of May that is very toxic in terms of you're thinking that there's something new that's going to come out of that. But what I really see is this tendency to actually be quite depressed about it. It's something that doesn't make you feel good. Like maybe at the time that you're doing it, you could feel great, but then afterwards it kind of leaves you in this like sleepless night energy, right? Where you're just like having a lot of stress, paranoia, and anxiety about what's going on in your life, okay? So I definitely see that there's something perhaps that you're partaking in. And that Ace of Swords could really indicate that like you could have good intentions about it because it's something new that you're undertaking, but whatever that thought is, it's a very toxic thought. It's something that isn't like, there's something that's very short-sighted that like grabs onto you, okay? This could look like a get-rich-quick scheme where you invest in something like to quickly do it. And this is just an example, but you could have this like new idea, like, oh my God, like I heard that if I invest my money in this, like maybe you put some money into it, it doesn't go right. But because you were so grounded in this idea of like wanting to have something quick that you didn't have to work for, like you're risking things that you could have a lot of stress over later, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for your main theme, Cancers, all right? Let's go ahead and look into your past influences. So what this is going to talk about is What are some factors that you've invested in the past that are still following you into this month of May and are relevant? Okay. Show me, what are the past influences for Cancer? What are the past influences for Cancer? Cancer, what is going on here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, Cancer. So you got some tricky energy here, okay? I see you've been feeling in the past like you might have felt really overburdened, like there's just a lot on you, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of duties, just things that you feel very tied to that you can't quite keep up with, okay? And it's very taxing on you. The Seven of Swords could talk about, this is very like deceptive energy. So you could be deceiving other people, or you could even be deceiving yourself in this sense, right? Where you maybe have like taken upon things to make your load easier, but in fact it actually made it more difficult, okay? So that deception could have came out where it's almost like this, like you played yourself feeling, okay? And maybe you played yourself when it comes to your legacy, or your like your finances to some degree, because Ten of Pentacles, I'm really getting like there is a risk of your long-term financial success here with this Ten of Pentacles. That Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands with that Seven of Swords really tells me there's something sneaky or deceptive that you've done that could jeopardize your long-term financial and tangible success, okay? But I feel that with the Seven of Wands, this really shows that you are in perseverance mode. You're really kind of standing up for yourself. You're trying to stand on what you have either done or what you're thinking. So this could look like defending yourself if there are people who are in your energy who are like, well, why did you do this? This was such a bad decision. You're really standing like to your principles about like why you've done something to begin with. So I see you being in this mode where like perhaps if you look at the card, it's like people could be telling you things and you're like, no, thank you. Like, I'm good. I have a vision here. Okay. But what that vision is, whatever it is, I see you that past influences could look like you being like a little overstressed, overburdened by your current situation, okay, or a situation that you're in. And so perhaps maybe you did decide to take an easy way out, or decide to take a risk, and you didn't think about how that could affect you or other people, because what was on the table was for you to gain some security in a long-term matter, right, when it comes to your finances. And I feel like you're really standing on that, right, with that Seven of Wands. So I feel like this is a really like dynamic situation where people from the outside might not quite understand exactly what you're going through at this time, all right? But you have like, there's something intuitively of how you're moving where you know what you're doing, you see how you're moving. There is a means to an end for you, but other people might not quite be able to see it in the way that you intuitively understand that you're moving, okay? So let's go ahead and look at your challenges, dear Cancer. Show me challenges for Cancer. Show me challenges for Cancer. Queen of Wands. Six of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This definitely has something to do with your money, I feel, because the challenge is you're wavering in, this is either feeling like you are not confident enough, or this is like over assessing your confidence. This is being too confident and too secure in yourself, where you could be almost to the point where you're being arrogant, where you're not quite aligning with what you're supposed to do because you're blinded in some way. And it does kind of bother me because the main theme was that Devil card, where there's something that's very risky or toxic about what you're engaging in. There's a risk with your money that you're taking in this month, okay? And because we've also got that Six of Pentacles here, which talks about this over calculation of what like there's an unequal distribution of like what you're giving and what's coming back. Okay. So it's like you could be expecting like, oh, I just give a little bit, like just be careful, like pyramid schemes or things that you might not think are pyramid schemes, but you could be like leading yourself up to kind of be played in some way. And I just don't want that to happen to you. So if you are dealing with any skeptical, scamming, like financial thing, just kind of heed to like err on the side of caution, I would say, for Cancers here, because there's something that is unequal about what's coming and going. All right. And with this Knight of Pentacles, it's like Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, but when it's in a challenge position, it talks about not really being patient enough, not really wanting to put the hard work in. Okay. Because the Knight of Pentacles energy is slow, it's steady, it understands like if I go to work, I get paid. If I don't, if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. So when it's in that challenge position, it's finding it difficult to go the long haul. It's wanting things to be fast, cheap, and easy, like at that particular time. But you've definitely got to be careful, because with the Six of Pentacles, it's like you could be giving a lot and not get anything back in return, okay? Or vice versa. But it concerns me with the Seven of Swords energy that it almost seems like you're more than willing to be able to not just like deal with it, but want to be in situations where you could be perhaps taking from other people in some way too. Okay. So with this energy, let's go ahead and get into the outcome. Cancer, I feel like this is more of a cautionary tale than it is anything else. It's kind of what I'm getting for you. Okay. So your outcome is really deciding to perhaps nurture yourself, perhaps just go in the direction of love, because that Knight of Cups, like when we talk about knights, it's definitely like a very active. It's like you become very active and doing what you love, but what's close to your heart, or really acting in a way of love, whether this is self-love, whether this is just caring enough about other people to not take advantage of them. So I see you kind of like reforming that, and that's a decision that you make with that Two of Swords. Talks about not knowing whether it's the right decision, but you do make that the right decision, because with this High Priestess, that talks about like you are intuitively guided to really take a decision to act more, which is more like you, Cancer. I feel like Cancerian energy is very like heart chakra based, right? Where it's nurturing, it's comforting. Its root, I would say, because it has to do with that like domesticity, that home space, but it also has to do with love as well. So I see you as an outcome. I see you deciding to really balance the situation. Like if there is a toxic financial risk that you're thinking about taking in the month of May, I see you kind of balancing that out and deciding to act on love. Because if it revolves around you having to take advantage of other people, you might err on the side of not actually doing that, okay? And that's the decision that you make, because you're being intuitively led to do that. Maybe because of this reading, okay? I don't know. But let's go ahead and close this reading out. We'll do one card from the Eternal Crystal. Sorry, I'm talking about chakras. Eternal Crystal Oracle. Show me one crystal for the sign of Cancer. Show me one crystal for the sign of Cancer. Crystal for the sign of Cancer. Clear quartz. All right. So meditation. So this is asking you to meditate. This has to do with your crown chakra. So I'm going to show you the card as I read you the message. Okay, so this is clear quartz. And clear quartz talks about it being a wonderful time for you to reconnect with who you are and what you'd like to become. Your spirit guides and angels are trying to help you connect with them. Ask them for help on any matter and listen for their response. A great way to tune in with them is by calming your mind and meditating. When you meditate or connect with spirit, it's important that you protect yourself physically. Just imagine yourself surrounded by a bubble of white light and ask for protection from your spirit guides and angels. When you meditate, you also connect with your higher self, which can assist you to live with greater purpose and make progress on your spiritual journey this lifetime. When you take time to develop a more conscious relationship with your higher self, you also tap into guidance from the wisest part of your being. You don't need to just sit still and meditate. You may like to meditate by running, walking, swimming, or listening to music. The important thing is that you take time out to calm the mind and focus on present moment. Remember also to re-energize yourself regularly with good food, exercise, and a positive outlook. Okay? So, get yourself some clear quartz. Use that for the month of May. Sleep with it under your pillow. Okay? Do what you need to do. But those are your messages for May of 2024. I hope this was helpful to any Cancers who listen to this message in its entirety. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. I do offer personal readings, and you can find more information in the description of this video or in the About section of the channel. And Cancers, I hope you have a wonderful month of May. Bye!